Hey guys, this is George with Firehouse Music, and today I wanted to continue talking about pitch and how the different tones on the or notes on the staff translate to the guitar. We talked a little bit about it, about how natural notes versus sharps and flats work in the open position, and then I briefly mentioned how you would connect the different notes to the different positions on the guitar. But there's a more direct correlation. Here I have a C major scale going from this C on the, well, it could be on the 5th string or on the 6th string, on fret 3 or fret 8, and then going all the way up to a B. So we got an octave and a 7th. I didn't quite make it all the way up to the 2nd octave, and you'll see why in a second. That kind of limits how many places I can play this at. And I wanted to find something that was a little bit centric, so I could play in as many places as possible. So in the, if you guys remember the other video, in the open position, I have access to the C note, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and maybe A. And that will be in the open position. That A note is kind of out of position. Really, I would have to shift, but let's say I stretch and I get there. So that A note, that's about as far as I can go from my first position. So if we were to build this scale now in second position, that all that means is that we don't have any open strings anymore. So then we have our C, same notes. They look the same on the staff. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Still haven't made it to B because it's out of position. It's all the way over here. If I transition and I move to, say, 3rd position, or really 4th position. If I play the C major scale in 4th position with a stretch, I end up with this: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So now I reach that B note for the first time. So notice that we have 1st position, 2nd position, 3rd position. Now if you guys use something like the Cage system wouldn't allow you to do that. It's a little bit less granular. Yeah, less granular. You end up skipping around some more because the Cage system, and I should probably do an in-depth video about it, but you can look it up. It's based on the chord C, A, G, E, D. What would that be like? And then I'm back to C. So that means that if I were doing that using that fingering system, my only possibilities will be the open position, 2nd position, and then I have to jump up to 5th position. So what I'm doing instead is I'm just taking all fingering possibilities. So this is closer to what William Levitt uses. I still think that Levitt's system is a little bit better for when it comes to reading. The Cage system is a fine system. It works well. It's a great way to relate chords to the scales and all that. It's great. But when it comes to reading, I don't think anybody has taught Levitt's method. It's, in my opinion, the best method out there for learning how to read on the guitar. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. He's not paying me to say this. I just like his method a lot. So that's the William Levitt Modern Method for Guitar, volumes 1 through 3. Fantastic books. Get them if you want to learn how to read this stuff. So yeah, so then the same notes that we had in 3rd position, now I've exhausted, right, everything I can do here with this note. I was playing it with my ring finger, my middle finger, and my index finger with a stretch. I can't do anything else with this C right here. So now I gotta go to this C over here. So the first thing I'm gonna use is my pinky. So now I'm in 5th position. Playing the same notes, I end up with C, D, E, F, G, A, And then here I have access to the C, which would be an additional ledger line above what I had written there. So now I have a full 2-octave C major scale from this position. Going further, I will start with my middle finger. With my middle finger. Because if I play with my ring finger, I'm going to end up in a not so good situation here with my notes in the key of C. So I don't play like that, and I just go to my middle finger. Skip over my ring finger and play with my middle finger on the C. And now I have this shape right here that coincides with the E shape from the Cage system. Previously, when we were playing the G shape from the Cage system. So in the middle finger, you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and I can keep going. I have a B and a C. Once again, what I have written there is just up to the B, so up to there. And I can go further. This is the last position I can play in. 9th position. I have my index finger now on the 6th string, fret 8, and I'm playing it with a stretch. So I'm in 9th position, but I'm stretching down. So then my fingering would be C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And then once again I have C, D, and E up here, but I wrote just up to the B, so we are right there. Anything above that, and I can continue playing above, but now I begin to chop the bottom of the scale down. So we're probably going to stop there. So notice that what I did there, I took a passage, a scale, and I learned it in multiple positions. You don't want to do that all at once because it's easy to get confused. So start out by learning it in one position, and then find melodies that you like using that scale or that range of notes, and then practice them and get good at reading in whatever position you're working on. Then shift to the next position and do the same thing, and then to the next position and do the same thing, and so on, until you are able to identify pitches no matter where they are. That's really it. That's the method for learning how to read on the guitar. It takes time, yes. It depends on really how long it takes you to master a position. And if you want it done for you, like I said, the Levitt method does a fantastic job of it. It just takes a long time. But you can do it. You can also do it yourself. You don't necessarily have to do it from a book. You can get reading material from any of the public domain sheet music that's available out there. There's a bunch of classical works that are free. You can get stuff from clarinet, violin, anything in treble clef, and then you can play that on the guitar. Don't worry about the transposition stuff. Just play it as if it was written for guitar, and you'll be fine. And then just read a lot, and then you'll understand pitch all over the guitar. Rhythm is a little bit different, and we'll continue this series later with some more videos on rhythm. That's probably what's gonna take the rest of the series. But as far as pitch goes, unless you guys have additional questions, I think this covers it all. That's all you need to do. And I could have picked a different range of notes. Obviously, the guitar goes lower. I can go all the way to an E below the 3rd ledger line here, and I can go as high as, like this G with 4 or 5 ledger lines above the staff. 4, right? Yeah, 4 ledger lines above the staff. Above that, you probably want to use the octave notation, so then you don't end up too far out from the staff. But so there's a lot of notes available on the guitar that I didn't picture here. But this gives you a general idea of how I would approach playing a passage on different positions on the guitar. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer it. If you have any suggestions for the video or anything like that, if you have something you'd like to see, I'll be happy to do it.